And these are the cabbage that we're going to use for the St. Patrick's Day dinner that we're going to use. So we definitely have enough for that. That's pretty cool. Need to get these out of the system so I can plant some different things coming up, because everything's looking pretty dead, and I want to get some new seeds going. And so probably in about a week I'm going to go ahead and start these beds. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an update on the Barrel Aquaponics system. The system is still running really well, no problems, and we got some pretty good growth going, and I'm going to run you guys through that. First thing we're going to do is look at the fish as soon as that water in there, as soon as that empties. Okay, so you can see the fish down there. I just fed them. They really, I mean, you can really see a difference between these goldfish and the goldfish inside. The ones inside are always swimming around. They're always moving. These guys are just sitting there because the water's so cold. The water's still about, I don't know, probably mid to low 50s, so it's still pretty cold in there, but everything else is doing okay. I mean, we're getting a little bit of algae buildup, but that's okay. It's not really that big of a deal. It's not hurting the system. But up here, we have some growth. This is cilantro. I bought this at Walmart. It was like $1.50, so I picked that up and just planted it in the system. I planted this a few weeks ago, right actually before it snowed. And I planted it, it snowed, it wasn't doing very well, but it seems to be coming back and seems to be doing really well. This is that little lettuce plant that I planted. I actually took out of the lettuce bed over there and stuck it in the system because it was all by itself. And the growth is actually pretty incredible. These leaves are, I mean, they're like little strips of leather. It's pretty neat. I can't wait to set up our floating raft system and grow a bunch of these. This little plant, not doing very well. He was a seedling I started last winter, or early winter, I should say, and I didn't really do much. But this one I took out of the raised bed, and it's just doing great. And it's already reaching for, it's already reaching for that little cross right there, and you can see that the flowers starting to grow on it. So it's doing really well, and I'm really happy with that. But on this side, we have broccoli. These are the seedlings I started about, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago. I started them inside, and then I just moved them out to the system. And I don't really have to worry about the frost with these, so I just planted them, and they're doing pretty well. In about, I don't know, maybe a week, 2 weeks, I'm going to plant some pole beans and set up something for them to crawl on the back here. So, and I'll probably get some more plants and just fill out the system as much as I can, getting ready for the growing season. But I'm going to go ahead and do a water test, and I'll come back and I'll give you guys the results of that. Okay, so somebody asked how we got the watertight seal in the Barrel Aquaponics system, and you can see we put some caulking around it because it was leaking a little bit. But pretty much, this is just like non-threaded to a threaded attachment, which there's a threaded to 3/4 inch on the other side of this that screws down in here, and then we have an O-ring that's underneath this metal washer that basically just pushes up against the barrel and keeps it from leaking. So I just wanted to answer that question. Same thing on the other side. I wouldn't recommend doing it this way because it's a real pain in the butt. It is cheaper than buying a bulkhead adapter, but I really do like those bulkhead adapters, and they do run about $10 to $15 online. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so I just did the water test, and these are my nitrates. It says 0, but I don't know if it's because it just rained and just filled the system, but it's saying 0, but everything's doing so well that I don't know, maybe the plants are eating all the nitrates or something. I'm not really sure. But the pH is actually right about where I want it. It's about a 6.8, and that's pretty good. 6.87. That's about where I want it to be for now. And this is just ammonia. It's still 0, so it's the fish aren't acting up very much. And what nitrates are in the system, I think it's just turning all the ammonia into food. So we're going to get the other fish from inside moved out here once our tilapia get here. They should get here on Friday. We ordered 100 of them. They're fingerlings. They're 1 inch to 1.5 inches, so they're small fingerlings. And yeah, I'll do a video on that when they get here, so all this will be documented. And I just wanted to give you guys an update on this system. Everything's running well, and I can't wait for the spring to get here.